Most of us have had multiple bosses, worked at different companies, and have experienced various levels of communication styles. Early in my sales career, I liked to minimize my communication. So whenever I shared information, it was because I had already accomplished something worth sharing. Basically, I was sandbagging. The larger the organization, the more frequently you will receive shotgun communications in bursts from your boss when something is necessary from you. And then there's radio silence in between. This leaves room for you to figure things out on your own, but tends to be disruptive when unexpected. Some managers believe in over-communication and can be viewed as a micromanager because they're constantly checking in without bringing you any value. Basically, they show up to gather intel without giving you any in return. This is a frequent complaint I hear from sales reps. They get asked about deals, but have followed company protocol to perfection. Nobody bothered to check Salesforce, Microsoft Teams, or their weekly plan. And it makes salespeople question, why do they have to follow these protocols to begin with? To be clear, I'm also guilty of this, and frequently will want to address something that came across my desk as quickly as possible, and I will look for the quickest path. However, what has worked for you in the past may not always work in the future, depending on the communication needs of your team, especially when remote. For example, if people are relying on you in order to move their tasks forward, and you make it more difficult for them to gain visibility, well then you might be the cause of the micromanagement. As someone who used to play a lot of poker, you pick up on people's betting patterns. Well, the same is true for your team members when it comes to their communication patterns. Now, I'm not suggesting you should get your team members used to you not responding quickly, but you need to manage people's expectations, especially if you break your typical pattern. I'm sure everyone has a way of communicating that they enjoy, but my preference is timely, efficient, and with value. If you have nothing to say, don't bother. If you need something, be concise. And know that your lack of response might be impacting the rest of your team.